Another update on the Howard Baby Grand 1915. Thought I'd throw this in here so you guys can see this. So this is one of the hammers, and if you look real closely, I don't even know if the video can pick it up on or not. It took me a while to see this. I ran into this right here. I don't know if it can show that or not. It's probably not focusing well. Let me hold it steady. What that is there's thread around that, and in the early 30s during the Great Depression, when a shank would break, this wooden piece here, they'd use thread and they'd thread it. They'd get pieces of thread and thread it in very carefully and notch it in really tight. And then they'd use some form of animal hide glue and glue that piece together right here. And that's what they did. That's what I was told from one of my instructors on how they repaired it back in the Depression time, and that's one of them that's been repaired. It's pretty interesting to see that. I just noticed that today. The knuckles here will need to get carefully resanded with some light sandpaper to try to get some of the grooves out of there. The knuckle itself is integrated into the flange. It's actually part of the flange. This isn't the way the knuckles are made today. And you got this lip going down into here. And I don't know if I could even rotate. See, if I rotate my phone, it'll say, hey, you can't rotate this phone when you're online. See? So it's glued in kind of sideways. It's not glued in. It's not glued straight up and down where the knuckles are normally removed in today's pianos. This was integrated into the flange, so that means it's technically not replaceable. I could get the powder, and I have to order some powder and then sand these down, sand the grooves, sand this down carefully, and if I can, it feels a little flat. Okay, and then I replaced all the back felts behind the back checks with new cloth. Did double clothing on these. This helps lift the dampers, the new dampers that'll be inside the piano. Gives it its proper height lift when you strike the string. I did the rest in green because I had some leftover green. And then these are all done in red. Then of course, down here you don't need damper lifts because there's no dampers on the upper treble, so that's why there's six dampers here starting on the upper treble. The rest are left alone. They don't have dampers after those first 6 strings in the upper treble. the hammers have been reconditioned. But they should be replaced. And I'll probably end up replacing the hammers and get them. I'll have to get them bored so I could just put them on. But you have to order these from Shaft Music Supply, and you give them the first and the last hammer of each set because they're angled, and then that determines and gives them the proper anglement of each different set of hammers. So, the hammers should be replaced. I tried to reshape them, but they are pretty hard. I'm hoping that they could get that done properly. So other than that, next up is to try to regulate the hammers. I'm going to go ahead and put my action screws back in and try to use that regulating stand that simulates the proper height of the string from down on the piano board there. And we'll set it up behind here and see how it looks and see if I could get it regulated. Oh boy, I just woke up. And we'll talk to you later. Don, CF for now. Bye.